Ladies and gentlemen, YouTubers of all ages, Game News USA here today, presenting a new video to you, Top 10 GameCube games of all time according to me. Thank you for being here. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, like, and share the video. So here we go. We got 10 games on this top 10 list. Imagine that. And we're going to count down the top 10 GameCube games of all time according to me. If you don't like my list, it's okay. Just comment below. We don't have to keep grudges around here about it. So without further ado, let's get into some honorable mentions. Let's throw a few out of the way. You know, Mario Party games were on there. Animal Crossing, Pikmin, Resident Evil 4. Sorry, didn't make the cut. Didn't make the list for me. They're good games, but they're not in my top 10. So without further ado, let's get into this list. Number 10, F-Zero GX. Not only is it the best F-Zero of the series, the most challenging, the funnest, the fastest, the most colorful, it's a game that deserves to be remastered on modern consoles with modern tech and better graphics. Especially because we haven't had an F-Zero game in 20 years. Can you believe that much time has passed? We did get F-Zero 99, but we haven't had a new release like a mainline F-Zero game in 20 years. So, I would give my left nut to be able to see F-Zero GX come to main consoles, and I would love to be able to play a new F-Zero at some point before I keel over. So, with that being said, number 9 on the list, Beautiful Joe. You may not realize this, but I like guys that are wearing masks. I know, it's strange, it's weird. I don't know why. I don't have an idea why I would. But, Beautiful Joe, you know, the idea of being a superhero and, going around and being able to fight enemies. You know, I really like the Wonderful 101, which was kind of made by the same team years later. And Beautiful Joe, with its rewind mechanic and its tough boss battles and interesting art style, definitely caught my attention. And that's why it's number 9 on the list. I don't know what else to say about it. Number 8, Luigi's Mansion. Look. The game is short. The game is maybe a little bare bones compared to something like a Luigi's Mansion 3. However, this game, when it first came out, was very different from anything Nintendo had really done before with the Mario franchise. Luigi as a main character, rescuing Mario, Ghost, vacuums like it's Ghostbusters, a mansion. It was very cool to see. I very much enjoyed that game. I wish they included this game in Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Unfortunately, they didn't. It saddens me greatly because I really would like to replay Luigi's Mansion again because I really enjoyed it back in the day, and I wonder if it still holds up for me now. Number 7 on the list, Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Why? Because my whole childhood growing up, Sonic was on the rival console. And to have Sonic playable on the Gamecube was something epic. But it wasn't just any Sonic game. It's probably the best Sonic game that's not a 2D Sonic game. Because I almost liked it better than number 6 on the list, Mario Sunshine. And Mario Sunshine, Mario's always dominated Sonic. It came close to slipping below, but not quite. Mario Sunshine's number 6. I feel like a lot of people might have complained about the flood mechanic, or maybe they feel like Mario Sunshine wasn't the best Mario game. But that's only because you're comparing it to some of the greatest games of all time. And yes, it falls short of that. But to act like it's some scrub and not a top 10 GameCube game isn't right. It's number 6 on the list, and in general, the GameCube is a console that also gained appreciation over time, as people come to realize how great the games were on that console. The games got more appreciated. The system got more appreciated. We were in an era where the PlayStation 2 was dominating the sales, 6-1. However, I still got a special place in my heart for the GameCube. I could throw it off the top of a building, and it will not break. I saw that before on X-Play. Don't try me. Number 5 on the list, Mario Kart Double Dash. Why? Because the Double Dash mechanic. Duh, who would have thought? I think it's a mechanic that needs to come back for co-op. I want to see it done again. Maybe in the next Mario Kart. That would be really neat. Special moves, like special items for characters. I'd love to see that in like a Mario Kart Crossroads where you have all these different Nintendo characters and they're doing Double Dash stuff and having special moves. That would be insanely awesome. So, Double Dash gets high praise. It's number 5 on the list. Number 4, I'm picking a Zelda here, but I'm only going with one. And the reason is because I consider Twilight Princess more of a Wii game than I do a GameCube game. I played it on the Wii, not the GameCube. I already had moved on. So, number 4 on my list is Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Now, admittedly, I like the game better on the Wii U. But retroactively, I could go back and tell you, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker is a fine Zelda game. It's really good. And a lot of people give it crap for the art style back then. And then, like I said, the GameCube got more appreciated. The games in the GameCube got more appreciated, including Wind Waker. So Wind Waker, special place in my heart. Number 4 on the list, no doubt. Number 3, I can only pick one Metroid game. We know Metroid Prime 3 was on the Wii. But, Metroid Prime or Metroid Prime 2? For the longest time, I would have told you Metroid Prime 2 because of the Dark mechanic and Dark Samus and whatnot. But after playing Metroid Prime Remastered, I can tell you flat out, it reminded me, oh yeah, the original was so good and so groundbreaking. Number 3 on my list is Metroid Prime. It just is. The environments, the music, the ambiance, the way that you can upgrade your character, the way that you progress. They made a Metroidvania-style game, but in 3D. It was absolutely incredible, and I look very much forward to Metroid Prime 4, which looks a lot like Metroid Prime. That game was so criminally undersold because of the system that it's on, and the franchise is so criminally been undersold. I look forward to seeing all this newfound appreciation for Metroid Prime, because we're definitely seeing it, and I think it's going to translate to some sales, and hopefully we get Metroid Prime 5, Metroid Prime 6, and we keep it going, because I love me some Metroid Prime. Number 2 on my list, speaking of games that got a remaster that absolutely made me remember how much I liked the original, number 2 is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It is great. I have a review on this channel. I gave it a 10 out of 10, of course. It was my 2004 Game of the Year, no doubt. I'm not going to bore you to tears by going over it again if you've already seen the video, but I love the RPG elements, the action commands, the partners, the different environments you go into, the Pit of 100 Trials, the boss fights, the text dialogue between characters, the witty humor, the way you manage your inventory. Everything about this game, from start to finish, nook to cranny, is absolutely incredible. I couldn't recommend it more. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. And that brings me to number 1, and it should be of no surprise. I think it was the highest selling game in the GameCube as well. It planted its flag as a franchise here. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Why? Because I couldn't put the game down. Soon as I got that game, I was hooked. I had to fight hundreds of battles, fighting friends, doing solo events, doing adventure mode, even the training mode, or the when you hit the targets, target mode, all that stuff. The level design, the characters from all these different franchises across Nintendo. The first Smash Bros. On the 64 was cool, it was kind of cute, whatever. This game was exponentially better, and it was such a great follow-up. And you had so many mechanics in the game that were easy to learn but difficult to master. It still, to this day, to a lot of people, has the best fighting mechanics of any fighting game. People still prefer it sometimes, like the professionals, over doing even the current Smash Bros. Ultimate, because it's so quick and snappy with its combat. And I can't speak enough good things about Super Smash Bros. Melee. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I'd play it again. I'd play it forever. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate all the views and comments below if you do. Have a good one. Peace. I'm out.